Hello everyone, my name is Roopam. I'm here to explain you about the roadmap to the business analyst. This is my channel called T-Bag, that is Technical Business Analyst Guide. So please follow for all the future videos. And also I'm going to start the parts of Babok guide. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. So the road to the business analyst is not straight. As you see, it's have many curves. It starts from needs. So what is the need first? You to understand the need of the business organization. After finding a needs, you need to have an analysis and the groundwork that what is the current state of the business and what are they looking for. Once you do a planning with the stakeholders, probably you will be at a stage to identify what is a solution would look like. You design that solution, probably implement that solution using developers in the team, and then bring out the insights of that solution. And that solution would obviously would help the organization to improve its matrix in any other form, and that would increase the collaboration and the trust of the stakeholders and add the value to the organization. So this is the way the business analyst would work in a way in any of the software development team, and also any of the organization that required or enhancement in a particular process. Coming to the next one, that is a Babok guide. How does a Babok guide help a business analyst to perform all the business analysis activities? So Babok guide stands for business analysis body of knowledge. That means any all the particular common standards that a business analyst must have is defined in this Babok guide. Other than the standard, the skills required for a business analyst to be performing the business analysis task is also designed. Coming to an organization point of view or a person point of view, if anyone have been working using a Babok guide, would also expect someone who is also a BA should have the same skill set of a Babok guide that will have a standards and a commonly accepted practices that would help the organization's process and the steps that need to be performed as a business analyst would match and would be helpful to be in align with the standards. There are 6 knowledge areas in Babok guide, and I have also mentioned the description. So I will be covering all the 6 knowledge areas in very detailed videos, each of one section that will have a video, and that would help you to understand more in detail. But on high level view, Babok has the 6 knowledge areas, that is business analysis, planning and monitoring. The business analysis, planning and monitoring would actually help a business analyst to organize and coordinate with the stakeholders, coordinate with the projects, how to organize the task, and how to organize the initial step of planning. So all these things will be covered in this chapter. Coming to elicitation and collaboration, this helps a business analyst to maintain a relation with the stakeholders, to collaborate with them, and to understand all the requirements. The next is a requirement lifecycle management that helps a particular business analyst to maintain and manage the requirements using all the documentation work, using all the requirement gathering techniques would help a business analyst to store the requirement. Coming to the next is a strategy analysis, how to perform the analysis on a particular requirement, how to identify a need from a strategy or tactical importance, and how a need would help the organization goal is where you can learn from strategy analysis. The requirement analysis and design definition is the one that would help you to organize the requirement, because there might be some instances where you have written the initial requirement, but the requirement goes on changing when the time permits. So in order to make sure the risk and impedance doesn't affect the requirements, also the initial requirements which are taken, so that would help us to organize and structure the requirement. Coming to the next is the solution evaluation. This will help after the value is delivered to assess the performance of the process, and also uh, check whether the value delivered is very much affecting the organization and also helping and improving the process. So this is the Babok guide. I will be covering most of the chapters in detail and would be coming up in the next lectures. Coming to next is the software development lifecycle. What is SDLC? So software development lifecycle starts with planning. So if anyone wants to build an application, it starts with planning, then it goes to requirement of the particular application, that how application would look like, what are the things that need to be there in application, what are the things that would cover up future in the application, and what step we need to start with is the requirement development. Then you design a particular system that would help a particular developer to understand in a very good manner to build that application in real time. So that's where the coding comes in picture, where the actual development is worked, and then after the coding, the acceptance testing and the product is developed. So coming again, we do a planning first, then do a requirement development, then does a system designing, then do the coding, and then the UAT. Now in all of this, most of the things are completely depend on developers. In case of requirement development, the complete responsibility is given to BA. In case of software development or system design, BA is consultant rather than developing or designing a system, but BA is consulted in order to be aware of what is happening within that design and what are the interactions being made. With respect to coding, BA is just coordinated that these are the implementation made. In case of UAT, again BA is just coordinated. So more efforts are kept here as a BA to understand the requirement of a process, and that would help to give the final product with all the requirements met by stakeholders. In whole process, BA is also responsible for planning, but the product owner is the one who make the planning and decisions, but he is also responsible in that. The main thing a BA would look is a verification and validation throughout the process, and also monitoring and oversight throughout the process. So these are the steps that a BA would look while doing any project development with development team. Coming to next, what is Agile and Scrum? So Jira is a software that is, so Agile is a methodology that is used in current organization or current corporate world, where Jira is one of the tool that is used to what you can say maintain the projects. So it's a project management tool which helps the development team to stay focused and work along the project. Now the BA is the one who enters the user stories and also the epics in this particular Jira board. So Jira is a kind of software that would be built as a Kanban board or Scrum board, and this is a particular project management tool and would help BA to write a user stories and epics into this. The Confluence is another platform of Atlassian. So Atlassian has three apps: Jira, Confluence, Bitbucket, and Trello. Trello and Jira are most probably same. Confluence is the one which is an online documentation, you can say storage space, where we can create a space. Within that particular space, we can save all the documentation, all the design requirements, all the coding, you can say code that were used to develop, and also all the documentations, the final documentations, and the process flows can be maintained in Confluence. With respect to Bitbucket, Bitbucket is the storage space, same as GitHub. It is used to save the particular repository, to create a repository and save all the particular create a project and save all the particular project files into that repository. So this will be saved toward the lifetime, and anyone employee who left the organization would also be able to get the latest files from this particular Bitbucket. Now there are two boards in Jira, that is Kanban and Scrum board. Kanban is an ad hoc, that's moreover like to do, doing, sorry my handwriting is not that good, and you got done. So this is just an ad hoc where the cards are moved between these three columns: doing, to do, doing, and done. Whereas Scrum board is moreover having a sprints, and in sprints you got then backlog. After backlog you got sprint planning. So sprint planning, then creating a backlog, then doing a sprint calls, and after sprint call moving that particular project to doing, done, or in progress. I will cover more in detail in the next videos with respect to Scrum, also with respect to Kanban, with respect to Jira, Confluence, and Bitbucket in a very detailed way. But this is an overall just to understand what is the difference between the Kanban and Scrum board. Scrum board follows a sprint, and this is facilitated by Scrum Master only. Whereas Kanban and ad hoc Kanban is an ad hoc process where BA or a project manager would work on this. Coming to the technical skills, the basic technical skills required as a BA is Excel, all the Excel functions, formulas, formatting, sorting, also pivoting, reporting. These are all things that are required as an Excel. On top of this, like automation, you got VBAs, you got macros. So these are all the added advantage when you know about Excel. Coming to SQL, you should also know about creating, reading, deleting, and updating the tables, joining the tables, and also fetching the data with respective the queries and as per the solution. Power BI, we need some of the logics of DAX, how to write a DAX, and also create views and understand the graphs, how does they are worked. And the difference in Power BI and Tableau is just the domain difference. I mean the organization difference, but most of them are same and can be used in any of the insights. Python, I'm not sure how till how extent you need to learn, but yeah, basics to understand writing a Python script and then bringing the Python script on Power BI to fetch the data is also very helpful. R is completely based on statistics. If you are really a data enthusiast and need to perform a data analysis, then R and Python are very much important to you. But these are not mandatory for a BA to work as a BA. But other than this, the four one are very important to understand from very basics to advanced level. Coming to the BA core skills, where you got documentations, how to create all the BRD, FRD, SRS, all the documentations. You need to have a mock-up wireframing, system designing, how to design. In case of modeling, you got again the wireframes. You can use Balsamiq is one software that is helpful to create a wireframes. That is a prototype of how would a process look like. All the UML diagrams, you got class diagram, you got flow charts, you got process chart, you got we can say swim lanes. Okay, you got swim lanes, then you got RACI metrics, and then stakeholder mapping. So these are all the UML things. Then analysis and analytical tools, you got data analysis tab in Excel where you can use that particular thing and get the analysis done with respect to the add-in tool. With respect to analytics, you can use any of the Power BI or Tableau functions, and also writing Python or R script to bring the data and enhance the data. Requirement gathering using tasks to do, or using the Jira softwares to store and require data, and using PPTs and words, and also Excel files to store the requirement and all those. So I can completely say that I will be going in deep from now within all this requirements, all this BA skills and any other skills in very detailed manner, and that would help you to understand in more clear way. The other thing that a BA would need is a domain knowledge. What are the key members in the organization? Who are the heads? How does the hierarchy of the organization work? And whom to approach when you got some things to check. What are all the process that are working, current process, and what are the things that need to be implemented in future, and what is the current state of an organization. With respect to matrix, how is the organization performing, how well is the organization performed from last 5 years, and what are the expectations for the next year, and how does this quarter results would look like, and how do you analyze those things. People is the one who you work with, the development team, and understanding the resources in very well, also identifying the end users who actually work on the process, and also the clients if you are in, and if you are not a product based company, and if you are a project sorry client based, then you should understand the clients. If you're a product based, understanding the internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. Within the teams, you got so many teams involved within a particular project. You got development team, you got QA team, you got testing team, you got BAs team, then you got project management team, you got heads of that particular team, and also the sponsors and the clients and the stakeholders. Technology is used within the current process or current organization. Suppose some organization use Power BI, some organization use Tableau, some organization use Visio to record or to draw the flowcharts, but some organization use draw.io. So what are the technologies are being currently used? You should be aware of that as a BA. So that's all for now. This is a roadmap to be a B to how does a BA would work in his day-to-day task, and also what are the things that he need to be aware of. So stay tuned. Please comment below if you are looking for something more interesting. And also I'll be starting with the complete Babok guide sections from now, and I'll be covering that whole Babok guide first and then moving on to next steps as we discuss in this chat. If you didn't understood anything, go back and watch the video again. If you find anything that need to be having a clarity, just ping me or just enter in the comment, and that's where my channel is look like. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Goodbye.